Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to today's episode of Canal Days, what life was like in the industrial Connecticut River Valley. As always, I am your host Carrie, along with my co-host, founder of Historical Tours of Greater Holyoke, Robert Comu. Our Canal Days series explores historic sites throughout Massachusetts with Robert's expertise of the state's history as our personal guide. Each episode we discover another historic location or landmark, exploring the significance within. Today's episode will be exploring the Blessed Sacrament Church, located in Springfield, Massachusetts. So, can you disclose in Springfield where this church is located?
Sure. It's on 1766 White Street at the corner of Dover Street. And this Blessed Sacrament Church is still there, and that's the wonderful thing. So we're going to talk about its history through time. We're going to talk about architecture and what's become of this wonderful little church. Now, easy to find, but its history is a little bit tougher, and that's what we're going to cover.
And reveal and explain the history of the Catholic Church.
Okay, so this was at first a mission church of the All Souls Church in Springfield. A mission church means not a church on its own right, not a parish on its own right, but rather some people want to have a mass in their neighborhood instead of having to walk, say, a mile and a half away. And that started very early on in 1920, and very quickly they made this church for themselves. And the church is very small to serve a smaller neighborhood, but it's still there even after 105 years, and so it must have been made very well. And I will show you the architect is very famous to Springfield. And since then, it's changed quite a bit. Now, there is a rectory there. That's in 1953. It was finally made. So the priest probably lived in a house somewhere for many years, decades in fact.
And we'll be right back after this quick break. Are you fascinated by history and eager to explore the hidden gems of Massachusetts? Or maybe just looking for an enjoyable cultural activity for the family? Look no further than Historical Tours of Greater Holyoke, founded by Robert Comu. With over a decade of experience, Robert offers captivating public tours and presentations of historic sites and landmarks throughout the state. Whether you're interested in canals, cemeteries, or charming old churches, and more, Robert's tours provide a unique and enriching experience for all. But that's not all. You can also book private tours tailored to your interests, ensuring a personalized and unforgettable adventure. Perfect for families or groups of all sizes, making an exciting hands-on learning experience that brings history to life. Simply visit holyokecanaltour.org or email bobcat4214, capital B, @yahoo.com to schedule your private tour today. But wait, there's more. Don't miss out on Robert's podcast and video series, Canal Days, where you can dive in even deeper into the rich history of the Connecticut River Valley. Plus, for those who may not be local or would rather enjoy on the go or from the comfort of their home, Canal Days brings the history right to your screen. So why wait? Discover the past with Historical Tours of Greater Holyoke and make memories that will last a lifetime. And remember to log on to holyokecanaltour.org. We're back with our Canal Days Blessed Sacrament Church episode. And describe the architectural design of the church.
It's a Romanesque revival church with its nicely rounded windows. Now, it was designed by the most prolific architect in the Catholic churches of Western Massachusetts. His name was John Donahue. He was actually born in Springfield, and he went out to the Boston area for a while, and then he came back, and he started designing lots of churches, schools, rectories, so forth for the Catholic Springfield diocese. And you can tell this is his work because the front has brick that's somewhat, it's not just every layer is the same. Every once in a while he put lighter bricks inside of it to make a nice little pattern for itself. And the church is still standing very well after all these many years.
And can you reveal what has become of the church?
The church has become part of the YMCA of Springfield, Massachusetts. It's called the North End Outreach Center, and thus that's a satellite of the YMCA of Springfield. And in here they have a lot of programs for the youngsters and some adults of this area. They might not have cars. The location is still being used. Now, what happened to the Blessed Sacrament Parish thus? Well, it still exists. It exists as a joining together of the St. Thomas Aquinas Church, which is only about maybe 300 yards away. You can take the same Dover Street and get up to that St. Thomas. And these two churches have been united. And one was one that served the French Canadians, and one was one that served mostly the Irish. And so they united probably about 30 years ago or so, and they're under the name Blessed Sacrament Parish. So it really never disappeared. Now, the church that they use physically is not this one anymore. It's the St. Thomas Aquinas Church that's used for Masses. It has both English and Spanish Masses there. So thank you for listening to this podcast.
And thanks for tuning in to Canal Days and today's episode on the Blessed Sacrament Church, and for joining us on our journey through the rich history of the Connecticut River Valley. We hope you enjoyed uncovering some of the hidden gems and fascinating stories that shape our past and the state of Massachusetts. A special thanks to Robert Camus, founder of the Historical Tours of Greater Holyoke, for sharing his passion and expertise with us. Remember, you can find more information about Robert's tours, book private tours, and explore the Canal Days video and podcast series at holyokecanaltour.org. If you enjoyed today's episode, please like, comment, and share. We'd love to hear your thoughts and suggestions for future episodes. Until next time, keep exploring and discovering the history that surrounds us. Thanks for listening, and don't forget to tune in to our next episode of Canal Days on the Mountain Park in Holyoke, Massachusetts.